What's up, nerd family? Welcome once again to the Poindexter Lounge. My name is Enosh, aka Enosh Fett, along with
Isaac Wan Kenobi.
And today we are talking about Crisis on Infinite Earths, and we're talking basically about all of the DC shows on the CW, where things are headed. A lot of stuff has changed with DC programming. I mean, we got cancellations on some shows over on Sci-Fi. We got cancellation of Krypton and the Lobo series that was going to be.
Yep, isn't happening now.
Is not happening, so we got lots of stuff to talk about. But before we get to that, we just want you to know that the Poindexter Lounge is
a place for nerds.
That's right. It's a place for you and me and this guy to talk about all of the fun stuff that we love. And so what do we love? We love nerdy stuff. We love stuff like TV shows and movies and games and stuff like superheroes and sci-fi and all that good stuff. And we love to talk about it. And so today, Isaac and I are talking about it. And if you'd like to be a part of that conversation, please, down in the description, there are links to our social media pages where you can keep the conversation going. You can let us know what you guys think of these stories and what are your predictions? What are your thoughts? Where do you think that this whole thing is gonna end up in the end? And we want to hear from you, so do that, all right? And then also, of course, we have a Patreon that has a lot of cool, fun stuff on there, so check that out down in the description below. There's links to all that. And you know what? If you like what you see and you dig what we're doing here, please consider hitting that subscribe button and, of course, the notifications bell so that you know when we put out new videos, which is
every day.
Like every day, like all the time, we're putting out new content. And so we want you to be a part of that because this is a growing community and you can get in on the ground level. That's right. You could say you were here when we were at about 7,000 subscribers. So join today and be a part of this great group. Oh, don't forget, also, we have a giveaway.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. We have a giveaway. We are giving away this Aquaman and Orm 2-pack action figure set. And all you got to do, of course, is be a subscriber, hit notifications, and then give us a comment down in the comment section letting us know that you do, in fact, want the figures, so that we don't give them to you and then you're like, I don't even care about this stuff. All right. So that being said, we're going to jump right in. So Crisis, Isaac, there's a lot of stuff happening.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff happening. Let's talk first about the characters that we know for sure have sighted. Because there's lots of rumors right now. Mm-hmm. There's I've seen lots of websites reporting stuff as fact.
Yep.
And as confirmed that is not. So let's talk about who we know is going to be on there. You just give us a list of some of the characters that we know.
Obviously, the characters that we've been watching for years are going to be in it.
Yep.
But one confirmation we got at San Diego Comic-Con is that Brandon Routh is going to be playing Kingdom Come Superman.
Yes, and that's huge. Mm-hmm. That's huge. The fact that they're taking a movie Superman,
yep,
aging him, basically solidifying the Christopher Reeve Superman.
Yeah, we talked about that. Was that the live stream that we?
Yeah, on our last live stream, we talked about that.
Yeah,
I mean,
we talked about that.
This basically confirms that Christopher Reeve's Superman is involved and that he becomes Kingdom Come Superman. That's pretty huge in and of itself. I haven't seen a lot of people talking about that because Brandon Routh pretty much was the continuation of Christopher Reeve's Superman from the late 70s and early 80s. And so the fact that he becomes Kingdom Come Superman is a huge deal for that story, to see where that story went after, the things that we didn't see. And I'm excited about that. And I'm hoping to get little glimpses into how that happened, because that means a whole lot more stuff had to happen after we last saw Brandon Routh in Superman Returns. I mean, you're talking other characters had to show up. And
yeah, because one thing I was wondering is, it's like, I've been looking into the Kingdom Come story.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of characters involved in that story that aren't in the Arrowverse yet.
Nope.
And two big ones being Batman and Shazam.
Yeah.
And both of them aren't in the Arrowverse.
Yeah. So, and we talked about this. I mean, when we first heard about Crisis happening, the fanboys in us, just jumped out. I mean, the whole family. If you join us for our live streams, we do live streams of the shows, of the CW shows when we watch them, and
all of us were shocked at the end of Elseworlds.
I mean, I was shocked when it said Crisis, because that just opens up so much. And I've said for years that I would love to see a movie or something that like dealt with the multiverse, because DC has the best multiverse. I'm sorry, all you Marvel fans, and I know you're all super excited because all of a sudden Marvel's doing this whole multiverse thing. Yeah. But the reality is that DC did it first, and they've done it best. And I'll tell you what, with the way that this thing is shaping up, a lot of people are talking about that it could actually rival the scenes in Endgame.
Oh yeah, I saw a joke about that yesterday. How it's like, oh yeah, everybody was saying that Endgame and Infinity War is the most like ambitious crossover in history, but Crisis might compete with that.
I tell you what, if we start seeing like crazy stuff in the background and everything, and parts of the multiverse that you never thought that you'd see together, yeah, I think this one's pretty good. So. There you go. So we got Brandon Routh.
Yep. Burt Ward. But we don't know who he's going to be playing or like what kind of character he's going to be playing yet. Everyone's pretty much just speculating and guessing right now on who he's going to be playing.
And I mean, here's the thing. He's not going to be like active Batman or active Robin, right? I mean, but still, yeah, it's going to be cool. And I hope that he is playing a version of Dick Grayson.
Yeah, that would be cool.
As an older guy. So here's something that hasn't really been talked about either, because if we're getting older Superman, we're getting what appears to be an older Robin, and then why don't we go ahead and talk about the next older character that we're supposed to be getting?
What's his name? Kevin Conroy?
Kevin Conroy.
Yeah, Kevin Conroy. He's been playing an older Bruce Wayne or Batman. That's what they keep saying. And
Kevin Conroy is, for a lot of people, is their Batman.
Yeah.
Because they grew up with his voice as Batman, all the way back from Batman the Animated Series, and all through many incarnations of Batman ever since. And to them, Kevin Conroy is the voice of Batman. And people have joked for years about, oh, it'd be so cool to see Kevin Conroy as Bruce Wayne or as Batman or whatever. And knowing full well that we're not going to see that, right? Mm-hmm. Guess what, folks? It's happening.
As like real life, like actual Batman, not like an animated, like cartoon Batman. It's one in the Arrowverse.
That's insane. But it's happening, and so that just makes me wonder, because you got older Batman, older Superman, and older Robin, right? And we'll get into speculation later, but there's been speculation about other older characters. So like, what role does the Kingdom Come people play in this? All right. Okay. So else we got obviously the Monitor.
Yep.
Will be coming, and the actor playing him will also be playing the Anti-Monitor.
Yep. Which the concept art for that, they released that at Comic-Con, and it looks really cool.
Yeah, for sure. Like you said, all of the CW characters will be playing a role in it, and also Batgirl's playing a role in it. Her show will be playing a role in it. Supergirl in her show. The Flash, obviously. Arrow, obviously. And Legends of Tomorrow. All of those characters are in there. Now, there's been some hidden characters that will probably be in there, but Tyler Hoechlin's Superman will be in there, along with Brandon Routh.
Yep.
So that's pretty cool. Now, let's talk about some of the people that have been rumored.
Oh yeah.
For Crisis on Infinite Earths.
Yep. I know the first one that kind of like surfaced or like started was the Michael Rosenbaum.
Mm-hmm.
Is rumored to show up, but it hasn't been confirmed by anybody yet.
Yeah,
he is.
There's all these little discussions and online things that you see or whatever. But I'll just say this: we've been rewatching Smallville. I've been rewatching Smallville. Tiff and I, and with the boys, it's their first time watching Smallville.
We're a few episodes into season 7 as of right now.
Yeah. So what do you think of Michael Rosenbaum as Lex Luthor?
I think he plays the character very well, just like the attitude that he has, and you can kind of see where we are now, kind of how his character is starting to become like how it is in the comics.
Yeah, and he doesn't have a clue. For those of you who've watched Smallville, he doesn't have a clue what's coming. But so the thing is, to bring Michael Rosenbaum back as Lex Luthor, man, I'm sorry, I'm a huge Smallville fan. Smallville ran for 10 seasons. For so many people, that was their introduction to Superman. And I'll be honest with you, I complained a lot while the series was on the air because a lot of stuff happened that I'd go, oh, really, that's happening. What? But I'll be honest with you, the more I watch it, man,
Rewatching it and thinking back on it.
yeah, rewatching it and looking back on it, it was a tremendous series. It was groundbreaking for its time. It set up the ability for us to have
Superhero shows like we do now.
Yeah. I mean, without Smallville, there is no CW universe. There is no taking a chance on an Arrow show and whatever. I mean, there's just none of that. So that's cool. So, rumor, Michael Rosenbaum. Now, it'd be cool to see a scene shared between Michael Rosenbaum and John Cryer as Lex Luthor.
I'm not at season 4 Supergirl yet, so I haven't really seen anything of his Lex Luthor yet.
He actually won me over a little bit. I was, he's not my favorite Lex Luthor by any stretch of the imagination, but he won me over in the fact that he did some things that were very much in the vein of what Lex Luthor should be. He needs to lose the beard. I don't like Lex Luthor with a beard. It doesn't look right. There's just something about it does not seem right. But there's a lot of his mannerisms and a lot of the things that he does. I noticed this in Smallville. Michael Rosenbaum was very, very serious.
Yeah.
In his portrayal, I still see John Cryer's portrayal as still being kind of comic booky. Like there's some things that he does that remind me of kind of Gene Hackman's, Lex Luthor, and so I'd kind of like to see less of that. But it is what it is, and so. But I'd love to see them share a scene together. I think that'd be cool. All right, so who else we got that are possibilities?
This one's a possibility. It's been confirmed that they're trying to get him, but it's not confirmed that he's in it yet. Is Tom Welling?
Man, if they get Tom Welling, if they finally get Tom Welling to do something. Oh, I'm going to be such a happy man. I tell you what, I'm going to have a pair of Depends on for the entire episode because I'm going to crap myself. You've seen him.
Yeah,
as
I really
Clark
like
Kent.
him a lot.
I mean, there's so many times on that series that you just want him to be in the Superman costume.
Yeah.
Because he looks amazing. He's got the look.
I was thinking about that last night when we were watching the episode. I was like, he looks a lot like Superman, like in the comics. Like he has like the same features as him. And he even acts like Clark Kent in the comics.
Yeah. I mean, so I'd love to see that. I would love to see that. It has been confirmed that they are trying to reach out to him. They're trying to talk to him. But of course, it was also revealed that during Supergirl, when they were trying to cast Superman for Supergirl, that they actually did reach out to Tom Welling about playing Superman, which would have blown my mind. I would have loved that, but but he turned that down. And then there's been these things this week online on Twitter.
People have mixed signals about what happened on Instagram about what someone commented on one of his posts. His post was about, he was like, oh yeah, he's shooting something, like on like a private set or something, or somewhere out of the country, and someone commented saying, I really hope that you're on Crisis. And then he responded with, duh.
Yeah, which I think people are reading a lot into that because they really, really want him. I mean, we all really, really want Tom Welling to be in this thing. So I think people are reading more into it than it is. It's hard to tell because it's a post, right? So is he saying, well, duh, I know you want me to be in it because everybody wants him to be in it, duh. Or, I hope that you're in it. Duh, I'm gonna be in it.
That's why people make signals about it, because it could mean either one.
Yeah, so
but I feel like with him and Michael Rosenbaum, if they are gonna be in it, I feel like that's gonna be something that we don't get until Crisis starts. I don't think we'll get them in trailers or confirmation before Crisis.
No, for sure. Another person from Smallville that has said that she would love to be in it is Kristen Kruk. Who played Lana. Now, you don't know how her story ended. For those of you who remember how her story ended, I don't know how she participates in this. I could see with what happened to her being she could be an asset to the. Well, I know I gotta be cryptic because I don't want to give you spoilers for it, but she could be an asset, but not with Clark around. So that's a hard one. And plus, honestly, by the time Lana left Smallville, we were all kind of glad to see her leave Smallville, just because of the drama aspect.
Yeah.
You know, they finally had to do something to get Clark away from the drama and the drama, and Lana, because every time he turned around, like every time you thought it was done and they were moving on, it was like, oh, Lana, and it's like, come on, dude. I we get it, you love her, but you know, come on, she married Lex, you know, that's just creepy, you know. At that point, it's just kind of weirding me out. But anyways, I digress. So that's another one. Now another one that I kind of mentioned here just a minute ago, and it has not been confirmed, but there's been rumor that they also reached out to Linda Carter.
Oh yeah.
About playing Wonder Woman, an older Wonder Woman. Now, Linda Carter has played a character on Supergirl already.
Yeah.
So she's played...
I just watched that episode on Supergirl.
She played the president who, spoiler alert, turned out to be an alien. And, but I would love to see her come back as an older Wonder Woman. I think that would be phenomenal. Like, I think all this stuff would be phenomenal. I'm just gonna put all my cards on the table right now. I just want it all. Okay, yeah. I want pictures and snapshots of 1968 Batman and Robin. You know, I want to see some Adam West in the background. I want to see cartoon versions of. I want the Super Friends to show up at some point in animated form. Like they do crazy stuff like that on Legends of Tomorrow. Why couldn't they do something like that? Where it's like
I see Cisco like being like have one of those like jaw dropping moments. Like how the heck is this happening?
Yeah, like you know, like how is like animated 2D characters helping us right now? Yeah. That would blow my mind. I would love to see a cameo from like Michael Keaton.
Yeah.
You know, and the crazy thing is, I could see it happening. You know, Dean Cain is another one that. I mean, he's been in Supergirl. He actually plays Supergirl's Earth, you know, dad here, and you know, I think he'd be an easy get. You know,
he's already been in the Arrowverse, and he's already been in like 2 seasons where I'm at right now.
Yeah, I mean, do you have him play Superman? Do you have like 4 Supermen? Yeah. You know, 5 Supermen running around. I mean, how many is that now? That'd be Tyler Hoechlin, Brandon Routh, Tom Welling. Dean Cain.
So that'd be 4.
That's 4. Heck, bring in Henry Cavill. Somebody bring in Henry Cavill. Henry Cavill needs to be Superman again. Come on, just put him in the thing. He'll do it. I'm sure he'd do it.
Yeah.
But that'd be phenomenal. One character we know we probably won't be seeing back from Smallville is Chloe. Mm-hmm. That probably won't be happening anytime soon. But oh well. So there's all those characters now. Also, I heard another rumor this week that they're actively talking to Helen Slater. Helen Slater played Supergirl.
Oh, yeah.
In the Supergirl movie. And, of course, she is officially a part of the Christopher Reeve thing. Now, a lot of people forget this, but long before Marvel did their shared universe, DC had a shared universe between... Now, it wasn't good. All right, I'm not gonna stand here and tell you with a straight face that it was awesome, but it was a shared universe nonetheless, and it could have been a whole lot better if Christopher Reeve had actually made an appearance, but he did not. You just saw a poster of Superman, and they explained that he was off-world fighting some evil when Helen Slater's Supergirl showed up. But she shows up and does some cool stuff, and so that does exist within the world. And the guy who played I just can't think of his name right now, but I know it. And I know that all of you are going to tell me down in the comment section, but I do know it. I just can't think of it right now. The guy who played Jimmy Olsen, he was in Supergirl as well as being in the Superman movie. So, and I'm going to think of it as soon as we're done taping this. I know I am. Yeah. But so Helen Slater coming in with Brandon Routh, that kind of just, if that happens, it even more solidifies that. And then, like, you have... then you'd have 2 Supergirls.
Yep.
And you know it'd be really cool? we just watched the episode. You're just getting to know Laura Vandervoot, who's Supergirl on Smallville. I say bring them all in, man. Just bring them all in. I don't care, man. I'd love to see all those characters come in. Have 4 Supergirls, 3 Supergirls, 4 Supermen. I don't care. Just do the whole thing, man. Do it to it. Let that nerd flag fly and do the whole thing, man. It's Crisis on Infinite Earths. So let's see. Oh. There's also the rumor, with Kevin Conroy. Yeah. There's the rumor of Mark Hamill playing the Joker. Now, would you want to see Mark Hamill play a live-action Joker?
Yes, but not like how we normally see it. Like, not like the outfit that we see in the comics, but maybe kind of like how he was the trickster in Flash. Maybe like that kind of style of Joker.
Yeah.
Like kind of like an Arrowverse style, not like a comic book style.
The question is will they let them call him the Joker if he is the Joker? Because there was that problem on Gotham where they did not have the rights to call the Joker. So they called him Jay. They called him all kinds of stuff. There was rumor that he was going to be called Joke Man. It was bad. It was bad. I mean, ask your buddy about it.
Yeah.
Bryce, we're gonna have Bryce. If you haven't seen this picture, I'm gonna try to pull up the picture. But a lot of people were thinking that actually one of your friends. Oh, yeah. I love this because one of Isaac's friends that like literally is his friend. It's not like an online thing. Like the guy's been to our house, been to his birthday parties. He's a friend. Is actually close to the people who are on Gotham, and we got to visit the set and got to know everybody really well. And there was a picture flying around for the longest time of him with the guy who played the pseudo Joker on there, and a couple channels were reporting him as being the Joker's like son or student or whatever, Padawan, whatever have you. And I'll never forget when I saw that because I laughed so hard.
You showed me right away.
Oh my gosh, we're gonna have to have him on the channel though. Still, even though the show is canceled or gone, we got to have Bryce on the channel because I think you guys would love to hear that story.
And he has a lot of knowledge of like the Batman part of the comics.
Yes, but I'd love to see some Gotham people show up. That'd be cool.
Yeah,
have some Gotham people. But I kind of agree with you. Like as cool as it is to see Kevin Conroy. I think if you have Kevin Conroy, you got to try maybe to get Mark Hamill because Mark Hamill is such an integral part of that.
He's done the voice of so many different versions of Joker, from the video games to the movies, like the animated movies to the animated TV shows. Yeah. You got to try. And there's so many other characters, so many other possibilities, but those are the ones that we've heard rumored at this point. And one thing I haven't seen yet or anybody talking about it yet is the Stephen Amell video that he posted the other day. When he was, because after every episode he always gives a thank you, like once they finish filming that episode. Like they just finished episode 3 the other day.
Okay.
So now they're starting episode 4, and he gave a special thank you to the cast that worked on episode 3, and he said that there's 2 people that he can't talk about right now that's in the episode. And he said there's another person he can't talk about because they're not announced yet for the show.
Who could it be now? Who could it be?
So it looks like we get 3 characters on Arrow before Crisis.
Yeah. So that's all the characters that we know. Now, Isaac, what do you think is going to happen? Do you think that Green Arrow, Stephen Amell's Green Arrow, is going to die?
I think it's going to do something with how season 7 ended. Is that it looks like the way he dies is not like a death that everybody sees. It kind of looks like it's something where he's taken away is what it looks like. It's going to happen. Because at the end of season 7, season 7 has a lot of flash forwards and then goes back to the present. And one thing we see at the very end of the season is it goes to a flash forward after Oliver leaves with the Monitor. And then it goes to the future with Felicity. And then she's at Oliver's grave. And then she goes to the Monitor and says, "I'm ready." And then this portal opens up and then she steps in. So it looks like Oliver's still alive, but I'm thinking it's kind of like a Speed Force thing, like how Barry's in the Speed Force and nobody could get him out. I'm thinking that's how it's going to be with Arrow.
Yeah, because it just seems like they're telegraphing his death like too hard, like that it's like kind of predictable, you know. And kind of how we feel about it. And my concern is that everybody's going to get through this thing, and there's going to be no real loss.
I don't think it's gonna be like Iron Man's death, like how you saw it like right in front of you. I think it's gonna be like a Flash kind of death, like how you don't see it and he can come back.
Yeah. So, you know, because I doubt they're going to kill Supergirl like she died in, you know, in the original comic book Crisis on Infinite Earths. And I doubt they're going to kill Barry, you know. So obviously we know Steve Amell's leaving the show, so it's been kind of obviously, you know, we think that he made a deal, right, for his life, for their lives. But
we found out at the end of season 7 that's what it is he said that, because Monitor tells them when they were making that deal during Elseworlds, he says, as of right now, Barry and Kara are supposed to die in Crisis. And then he said that if there's any way to change that, then he wants to do it. And then the Monitor pretty much told him the universe has a particular way of getting what it wants. And so he said pretty much, if you take away one thing, it's going to want something back. Which, taking away Barry and Kara's death is going to trade for somebody else's death. Kind of like that episode of Smallville that we watched. That was like Lana was supposed to die. Yeah. And then he went back and did it again, and then someone else ended up dying. That's kind of what's happening with Crisis.
You know, one thing we forgot to mention too is there's actually talks of the characters from Titans possibly showing up. I don't know that that's going to happen.
I'm thinking if we do, I think it's going to be like one of those, like, translating like between worlds, like when Barry goes between like the worlds and it has like those little like snippets that show. But I think that's what we're going to get if we get any Titans stuff.
That, and I want some more John Wesley Shipp Flash. I think that'll be something.
Because I was hyped up for Elseworlds, but we only got like a little bit.
I know. So, you know, in the end, it'll be interesting to see where the whole universe ends up. Yeah. I think a lot of us want it to end up kind of like the comic books did, where it's just one universe. You know, where all these characters exist in the same universe, where they don't have to jump between worlds anymore, but they're all right there.
To make it a lot easier for the Supergirl crossovers.
Yep. It'll make it a lot easier for Supergirl, but then also, you know, some things will change, like Harrison Wells. Yeah. If all the universes collapse or are gone, whatever Harrison Wells we end up with will be the only Harrison Wells around. And so it kind of limits that, because one of the cool things that we've loved about The Flash is each new season getting a new Harrison Wells.
One thing I'm thinking is at the end of season 5 of Flash, when he said see you during Crisis or see you next Crisis, I'm thinking he might actually team up with them. Because if that does...
Reverse Flash?
Yeah, I'm thinking if that does end up happening, he's going to want to be the Harrison Wells that lives. Or he's going to want to be like the Reverse Flash that lives.
So like all of that, and the only Harrison Wells that lives is Reverse Flash. But he's not really Harrison Wells though.
Yeah.
So I don't know. He's taken on his form, but he's not really Harrison Wells. But who knows? I mean, so it's going to be really interesting to see where this stuff ends up, folks. Yeah. But our question, you got something else?
Yeah, one thing that I'm wondering is, I'm not hearing anybody talk about since Elseworlds, is we kind of got like a little bit of information about Batman on Earth 1. And nobody's speculating like, oh, who's Batman on Earth 1? Where has he been? What is he doing right now? So I'm thinking we may get like more information about him during Crisis.
Is he doing something in the shadows?
Maybe is he waiting for something like this?
That's a good point too.
Yeah.
And what are they going to do to try to save Batgirl or Batwoman at this point? Yeah. Because I tell you what, there's a lot of people who are ticked off about Batwoman and do not like it, and it hasn't even premiered yet. Yeah. And so that's a serious problem. You got to do something to save that show now, even before it's even started. Yep. So, you know, but also there has been a couple of talks also about possibly like Krypton characters showing up, even though it's been canceled now, is talking about like trying to explain like that universe collapsing, so that's kind of why it's canceled, you know, like an in-universe kind of explanation.
Maybe if we do get like the Krypton like characters, maybe in the future we can maybe get like a Death of Superman story as the next crossover. Yeah,
that'd be cool. Now here's one last question for it. So if all this turns into one universe, and they pull from all these different sources, all these different shows and movies and everything else, and they say, boom, it's one universe, does that mean that every show and every movie moving forward is in the same universe? I just can't see that.
So. Yeah.
But, do they use this to possibly explain the DCEU changing?
Yep.
I mean, is this going to be that kind of event? Because if this is that kind of event...
Mm-hmm. Maybe explaining why Ben Affleck isn't Batman anymore.
That's amazing. Mm-hmm. That's so smart. And I'm sorry, if that is how this ends, with them using this to explain the whole thing, sorry, Marvel, but this will be the greatest crossover event, anything like this, ever even attempted or thought. In the history of comic books and comic book shows or movies.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, but hey, guys, what do you think? We want to know what you guys think. Are you like us? Do you just want to see anything goes, man? Anything can happen and have some fun with it? Do you have more rules that you'd like to see with it? Do you not like the idea of a Crisis on Infinite Earths happening in a TV show? What are your thoughts and comments? Please let us know down in the comments below. And we want to hear from you, all right? So do that today. Leave a message because we like it. We like reading them. I like reading them, and I like answering them too. So do that today, all right, guys? Thank you so much for joining me and Isaac today. Isaac has got to get out of here and get going, so we got to let him go. No more stalling. But hey, we love you guys. Thank you so much for your support of the channel. Please check out our Patreon. There's some pretty cool stuff there, and there will be some more stuff to come. And actually, look for some t-shirts showing up pretty soon. Some nerdy attire that you can wear about the Poindexter Lounge. All right, look for all that fun stuff, and we will see you next time. My name is Enosh, a.k.a. Enosh Fett, along with
Isaac One Kenobi.
Saying, man, we're all going to be in the same universe here before too long, because Crisis is coming, and it's going to be awesome. All right, can't wait to report more news for you as it shows up. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Hey guys, if you made it this far in the video, you are awesome. Thank you guys so much for your support. Please smash that like button and of course subscribe, and also hit that notifications bell so that you are aware when we put out new videos, which is like all the time. Thanks for being a part of the Poindexter Lounge, and we'll see you next time.